Hi, my name is Joy Macknight. I'm Transaction Banking and Technology Editor at The Banker, and I'm here with Naveed Sultan, Global Head of Treasury and Trade Solutions at Citi Global Transaction Services, and we're here to discuss digital money. So Naveed, can you give us a bit of the highlights of the digital money report that Citi has done with Imperial College London, and it's in its third edition this year. Could you tell us a little bit about the highlights of that report?
Yeah. If you remember, the original objective of this report was really to assess 90 markets around the world for digital money adoption readiness. And the latest report has essentially 4 conclusions. The first one, the countries which are at the incipient stage, the first category, have not made much progress, even though there are some individual countries within that category who seem to have progressed a great deal, leveraging the technology infrastructure and mobile or digital money solutions. The countries which were already at an advanced stage have progressed further, and they have again leveraged, upgraded their infrastructure, adopted broad bandwidth, as well as leveraging the penetration of the smartphones. Then the third point on the third conclusion is that the culture plays a very important role in digital money adoption. So we got to provide solutions which are efficient and economically viable to overcome that cultural barrier. And lastly, pick up the solutions which have inefficiencies in and provide more efficient, more seamless solutions to make the migration from physical flows into digital flows.
Okay, and a lot of people talk about financial inclusion. How do you think digital money could actually advance that?
I think it is an extraordinarily important driver of that. If you look at around the world today, you can essentially make a very compelling argument that only 20 countries around the world have modern banking systems and infrastructure. And the remaining 175 countries have a significant way to go. And therefore, the point being that there is a very large population of the world who does not have the ability to interact with the financial and banking system, and for multiple reasons. And we believe the digital money, which has very attractive economics associated with it, which is almost frictionless, easily accessible, anytime, anywhere, we believe will go a long way in bringing the unbanked into a proper banking system. So I think it has a tremendous potential to further the financial inclusion.
So Naveed, I know that Citi is very much engaged with the whole fintech community, and it has its own innovation labs. But how do you see this sort of disruptive technology impacting on the transaction banking world?
Yeah, we are very engaged with the fintech, the world, so to speak, and there are multiple ways we are benefiting from. We are learning from some of the practices fintech has, and if you think about fintech, the primary attribute they have is they're very agile, and the big companies, on the other hand, have a lot of scale. So we are trying to bring the agility of fintech with the scale of the big companies to drive a outcome and create far greater value for our constituencies. As far as the transaction banking is concerned, I think it is very responsive to the digital trends or digital phenomena as a whole, but within that, of course, digital money. And if you think about what our primary function is, that we service our clients' financial flows around the world. And if we have better means of servicing those flows, such as digital money, so to speak, I think the value we can deliver to our constituencies will be much better. and therefore our ability to create a lot more value for our constituencies will also be much better. And we are, of course, have innovation centers where we have incubators. We also have set up a growth board, which essentially acts like a venture capitalist, where people come with their ideas, asking for seed money, and it's essentially the same process as what you have in the world of fintech. So we are very engaged, not only in observing, but also leveraging it, drawing upon some of the best practices. And then we have a setup in San Francisco, what we call Citi Ventures. They formally monitor some of these upcoming companies, startups, and take an equity investment, as well as look at them for their relevance to our own business model.
Excellent. Okay, thank you so much for coming in today, Naveed.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.